Welcome into post-show headlines. I'm Andrew Salciunas with John Kincade.
Wait a minute. You can't laugh at the beginning of something and not tell it. If someone has the nickname Boogie, you know they got it picking their nose.
What if they're a good dancer?
No, because you're not old enough. You have to be like 60 or 70 to have ever used the term Boogie.
I want to put on my boogie shoes.
Yeah, you have to be like 70.
I'm 31. I know the song.
You know the song, but seriously, stop it.
It's a great tune. All right, post-show headlines, 5 topics, 2 minutes apiece. Then we get the hell out of here. And we're kind of all over the place.
A little bit.
All right, let's get the business ones out of the way first. All right.
Okay.
So I have a Phillies trade question for you.
Oh, really?
And this isn't necessarily for you because you're logical, John, and you think about things. Why are people hesitant to trade prospects? And the reason why I ask that is because I'm going to guess that like 97.5% of Phillies fans don't go to Lehigh
No.
to watch AAA Phillies. They don't go to the AA squad.
Correct.
They don't go down to Clearwater to watch the Threshers.
Right.
And I've been to spring training 4 years in a row now. I know that come the 4th, 5th inning when the prospects go in, everybody's wasted. So, like, nobody's sitting there breaking down prospects. So explain to me why somebody is hesitant to trade a player like Justin Crawford. I'm not even bringing up Painter. I'll just say Justin Crawford. Is it just because of the last name and because they hear what other people say about them?
No, it means that you're all in. It means that it puts the pressure on that season. So if you're going to trade top prospects, it means you're not going to be rebuilding or retooling anytime fast.
Right.
So you better win that year.
So does that scare people?
Yeah, it scares people.
Oh, see, I'd rather go all in.
Because they may not believe in the team that you're going all in on. Like
Okay,
right now,
fair.
if I said to you, do you want to go all in on this edition of the Phillies?
Yes.
What are you replacing?
Center field.
Okay.
Bullpen arms.
Then they're
hopefully
fine.
2.
If you get 2 bullpen arms in a center fielder,
Yeah.
I'm
and,
all in.
and a right-handed power bat.
Well,
which
wait a
could
minute.
be-
Wait. Now you're really...
No, I'm
how
not.
many prospects do you think you have?
Well, there might be a guy that gets DFA'd that's a right-handed power
Yeah,
bat. You see that every year.
There may be.
Like, I'm sorry, like, with all due respect to Weston Wilson, like, I don't want him to be my pop bat.
I don't either. Okay,
You know
so
what I
here's
mean?
the deal. If you told me right now, go all in, Justin Crawford's on the table, I'm I think,
Say McAble.
or deal Ranger Suarez before the
Sure,
trade deadline.
sure.
For me, Ranger Suarez is on the table.
If you're not re-signing him,
Crawford's on the table, and you're getting a center fielder, and you're getting 2 bullpen arms. I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in.
But
Totally
why,
in.
but again, people fall in love with players they've never seen.
Yeah.
Like, that's my thing. Like, if somebody's like, oh, you can't trade Justin Crawford, did you ever watch him play?
I watched his dad play.
Right. And I loved watching his
Sure.
dad play. But, like, that's the thing. Like, people fall in love with these prospects, and you don't know. Like, Lou Marson. Like, you never watched Lou Marson play.
I got you.
All right. You have
You
an Eagles
understand it.
question. What do you
An
got?
Eagles question is, would you warn lovingly Cooper DeJean to stay in a little more often?
No.
Really? For his own good? Because knowing this city, I know it inherently well, how quickly this city will turn.
Okay.
If things don't start well for Cooper DeJean,
Right.
all he's going to hear about is the bar crawl that he has been on, documented on social media this entire offseason. I am all for a 22-year-old having all the fun that they can possibly squeeze in.
Yeah.
But there's a reason you don't do it.
Okay. For that standpoint, like, I don't think he's doing anything where he's going to get in trouble. I don't
No,
think
I'm not talking about him being in trouble.
But to that point, if you're asking me that reason.
That's what I'm saying.
So here's the only story that I'll bring up, and it's recent. Everybody loves Jason Kelce and Jordan Mailata and Lane Johnson, right?
Mm-hmm.
Remember during the skid,
Mm-hmm.
Jordan Mailata told the story. He was walking in Philly one day, and some guy rolled down his window and said, "Stop recording Christmas albums and focus on playing."
Sure.
Meanwhile, the album's recorded during the summer.
It was during August.
They don't
September.
do it, but
Yeah.
people don't follow everything. They just see the recording
Right.
of a Christmas album. Oh, they're more focused on that than playing.
That's
So
one of
to
the things
that
I'm looking
point,
out for.
I get what you're saying.
I want the young man to have all the fun in the world.
Yeah.
But I will say this, though. There have been lots of 21, 22, 23-year-old athletes that have come through this town. and you don't see all the fun they're having. They don't have to have it so publicly.
Well, maybe he
Just
wants
saying.
it. Maybe he's branding himself.
Maybe he is, but it also can come back and bite you. And one bad smoked coverage, one bad performance,
Yeah, but like,
and negative publicity starts coming your way.
but you
then
and I
that can
wouldn't say
start.
that though.
No, I understand.
And Nick Sirianni's not going to go up to Cooper DeJean and say, "Hey, put down the Miller High Life in May."
No, I'm just saying.
That's why you struggled here in September.
Just saying.
That's why. Look, as long as he locks in on camp,
You know this city.
yeah, I hear
There you go.
All right, you have a general sports question. Then we
General,
got two
do you
more.
hate your rivals or do you respect your rivals? What determines that for you?
Can it be
The
both?
Braves are in town.
Right.
I hate the Mets. I respect the hell out of the Braves, though I still want to beat them every time.
Yeah.
I respect the hell out of the Braves organization. I've seen it up close and personal. I hate the Mets.
Yeah.
There's a difference. Do you have a do you
Yeah,
have that
I get what
distinction?
you're saying. Like the Mets, I despise because the personalities back in 07, like that whole thing, and I still hate them. But I get what you're saying with the Braves. Like, I wish the Phillies did things that the Braves did.
Right.
Like, I wish that the Phillies would call up players earlier.
Yeah.
I wish that they would get ahead of contracts. Ronald Acuna Jr. is still getting paid pennies
Correct.
for what he's actually worth on a baseball
he's
field.
on his second contract.
Like, he's barely making any money. So there are things that, but that might not be a player or a logo. Maybe it's the general manager
It is.
that I might respect. Now, then again, I don't mind liking a player or at least how they play. Like Freddie Freeman, when he was with the Braves, was one of my favorite players in Major League Baseball, even though he was wearing that uniform.
Sure, absolutely.
People have that issue. People see the star, any sort
They
of
don't
logo.
want to like the player.
They won't like. I would take CeeDee Lamb on my team in 5 seconds.
Sure.
I know people that when Zach Wheeler came here, they didn't like the signing because he was a former Met.
See, I don't.
And he
I'm
had
not like
Mets
that.
stink on them.
See, that's not like me.
Like,
yeah.
no. Is this guy good? Is he going to help my team out?
Sure.
Hell yeah. Marcus Smart. Hated him when he was with the Celtics. Wish the Sixers had him.
Correct.
Like,
see, I'm not like that either. I don't associate the player with the brand. But to me, there are certain organizations that I respect. Like, I don't hate the Yankees.
right.
I hate the Mets.
I got what you're saying.
You know,
oh, yeah,
tough
because they're
everything.
more of a rival.
I don't hate the Giants.
I hate
I hate the Commodes. I just, for some reason, I always hated the
See,
Red
now that's
Sox.
interesting. Yeah, I hate
I don't hate the Giants.
All right, so I have a question. This isn't necessarily
Sure.
a fishing question, but it's because of a fishing moment that I saw this past weekend.
Okay.
So my son fell asleep in his wagon, the beach wagon.
Okay.
So I brought him down to the water, and the natural white noise of the waves kept him asleep.
Okay.
And so I'm just sitting there. So I'm looking around. I see a guy fishing, and it looked like he had raw chicken
All right.
on the hook.
I've seen people fish with
Yeah.
raw chicken,
So I know. I've
which
done
is
it.
very dangerous for humans. By the way.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm seeing him cast, and if you're sending out raw chicken, you're trying to catch something bigger, like maybe a shark, right?
Okay.
But you gotta get that sucker out there. Like you got to be able to actually be able to cast the line.
So you have to go like,
Yeah, not deep, but this guy wasn't making it past the rocks.
so you're saying he's drawing in potentially
No, I'm not even
dangerous.
saying that. I'm saying you're not going to catch anything. Why are you wasting your time? So I'll ask you, when you go on vacation, do you like to try to do stuff that's associated to that vacation? Like people like to golf when they go on resorts.
Well,
and they might suck at golfing, but they feel the need to do it because they're there.
see, now I'm a golfer and I suck at golf right now.
Yeah, but you
it's
know how
getting
to
better.
play.
No, I get it. I love, like I told you, at the shore, nothing I like better than sitting out where I can hear the early morning, hear the seagulls,
Yeah.
then take the walk on the beach down into the center of Avalon.
Mm-hmm.
Christina gets her coffee. I get my iced tea, go get something for breakfast, walk back down the beach, lay by the pool.
Yeah, but would you ever
Miniature golf.
would you ever fish if you can't fish?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, but would you
Yeah, I'd try something. Yeah, and
would you I almost I feel like he wasted
and
money.
I wouldn't care. No, I wouldn't care.
You would just
and I would resent if Harry Hardon came over and said, like, you're not doing that, right?
And look,
Let me show you how that's done.
And I just watched. I wasn't going to go up to the guy and be like, yo, you need to get that out further.
The thing is, I'm the type of person that would say, excuse me, if I saw you over there doing it, I'd go, do me a favor. Am I doing this right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm the type of person, I have no shame in asking.
Because the territory in which he was fishing, I catch fish all the time.
Okay.
All the time. But they're these guys.
Yeah, that's fine.
Kingfish, stripe, spot. Like,
you cook them?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
But I catch them with worms. Because the fish
Right.
this big doesn't need a freaking chicken breast.
Right, exactly.
Like, if you're trying to catch shark, like I see these two guys all the time, every single summer. They go to the same part of the beach that I do, where the guy will get on a surfboard and swim out with the bait and then drop it in for his buddy, surf back, but he puts it out far so that they can catch actually bigger fish. I just feel like the guy wasted money. Like, I feel bad.
I don't mind wasting money. If I'm having fun doing something, it's okay.
All right,
but I'm never afraid to ask for
right. And
am I doing this right?
Nobody should ever be afraid to ask for help. All right, what do you got?
Okay, we're in a 4-day work week. Today's Tuesday, the week starts. And we'll have to hear from everybody all week long. Boy, it feels like Wednesday. It's good. Okay. If for some reason the world went to a 4-day work week.
Yes.
President Trump called you and said, Andrew, are we taking off Mondays or Fridays?
I wouldn't care which.
No, it has to be. You have to make the decision for the entire country.
Oh, okay. Personally,
the whole country is going by your answer.
Personally, we're working Mondays.
We're working Monday.
Football season.
See, that's it too.
I don't want to wait 2 days to react to a game on the air.
See, that's what I say too. But
I love football.
But are we screwing people over because everybody in the country would say, dudes, we want Monday off for after football.
You're still working for. Oh, I get what you're saying.
We want Monday off because.
But you know what? The day after a game, everybody wants to talk about it. But even with your buddies at work.
But are we screwing over people going, we want to be able to tailgate Sundays, sleep in Mondays, and go to work Tuesdays? So Tuesdays would become the big day in sports talk radio.
I get what you're saying.
Because, I knew this would be a good question.
But I would work Monday because I want to react immediately. Especially in today's day and age where everything is immediate. Everybody's got to do their instant reaction videos. I've been doing those, Dylan. Everybody's got to get the thoughts out right away. The news cycle come Tuesday is already old.
It is.
I'm thinking of Team of Me here.
I got to tell you, though, Mondays off is a beautiful thing.
Well, especially after Sunday Night Football. But you know what? Then Monday Night Football, you're tired Tuesday anyway.
Yeah, but Monday Night Football, nobody's is into Monday Night
We're
Football.
watching it.
Only if it's Eagles. No. Nobody watches Monday Night Football the way they watch Sunday Night Football anymore. Sunday Night Football has been the number one show. No, it isn't. Sunday Night Football has a much bigger audience.
Yeah, okay,
Sunday Night
you're talking to me. I'm making the decision here.
Sunday Night Football has had the number one television audience for 17 straight years, I believe.
Okay.
Sunday Night Football, once they
followed by Murder, She Wrote,
blows away Monday Night Football.
Okay.
I
watch Monday Night Football.
So you're making the decision.
And you're saying I'm making the decision. So I'm working Monday to get the immediate reaction to the Sunday slate of games, and I'm taking Friday off.
Dylan, are we taking Mondays or Fridays off? Taking Fridays off.
Thank you, Dylan. Smart man over here. All right, post your headlines.
Like and subscribe, please.
Every single day. I'm not doing headlines on Friday.
So we'll do questions on Thursday.
The listeners sent in questions, so be ready for those. All right, thanks, guys. Hey, guys, Andrew Salciunas from Kincade and Salciunas. Thank you for checking out all of our stuff on YouTube. Make sure you click, like, subscribe on everything that you see. And, of course, you can see everything from our YouTube feed. Full shows, interviews, when John's being an idiot, which is like 15 times a day. So make sure you check out all of our stuff on YouTube. We appreciate it.